guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Hard to Pronounce German Words for English Speakers. All of them? I think German is a hard language to pronounce. I think the pronunciation, well, probably you can argue that a lot of languages have these, but I don't know. I think German is particularly hard in which, the sounds and, the sound, how your mouth has to be and your tongue and whatever. So I would assume all of them. But I'm scared. Let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
I'm Megan from the USA.
Hi, I'm Francesca from Germany.
Yes, German is so hard.
Exactly,
Even the
it
German says it's hard.
Yes.
That means it's hard. Tried to take Spanish. I failed. Just didn't really enjoy the class per se. So I was like, what other languages are at my school? And it was like American Sign Language or German. And I looked up how hard it is to pronounce German words. And I was like, American Sign Language it is. I don't have to open my mouth.
True.
Okay. Register. I'm just kidding. Register.
Regissa?
Wait, I
Hold on, wait, what?
Register.
Regissa.
It's really ours almost sound as Regissa.
Wait, I am like doubting
too.
myself right now. But it's unfair because
It's funny that she's German and wait, am I pronouncing this right? Ah!
it's a French word originally. It's not a German word.
Okay.
Regissa.
Register. It sounds a little French.
Regissa.
Yeah.
Makes
Looking
sense.
at it, I think it's a French-German word, but it's
Derivative.
basically the director of a movie.
As soon as I see the
Okay,
dots.
that I know.
As soon as I see the dots, I'm intimidated.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. Don't worry about
She's
it.
German. She can say it's okay. I'm so bad at pronunciation. Brötchen.
Oh,
Nah.
that's not bad. It's Brötchen.
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 Brew. It's brew. No.
Brö.
Hold on. It's brew.
Brötchen. Brötchen.
Brew?
Brö.
Brötchen. Oh,
Okay,
but
how is the O pronounced? Why does it have the dots?
It's
Ooh, that's a really hard one.
T?
I think, yeah, I want to say, I think for American speakers and just anyone in general, I think this is the it sound. I mean, you can make it sort of isolated, but the hard part is, do it, with the actual word.
Brötchen.
Hen. So there's no ch. Hen.
Brötchen.
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 So no C's?
So, can you try Brot?
Boat.
That's bread. CHEN. Hen. It makes
Hen.
something
Hen.
smaller or cuter.
Cute bread?
It's not a loaf of bread, but it's like a bun, like a small.
A small bun.
cute
So
little
if
piece
you
of bread.
add CHEN to a word, people here, they know it's not the real thing, it's like a smaller version of it.
Ah!
That's Brötchen.
Cute. You hen. That means you're cute.
Brötchen.
That's hard.
Cute. Setting me up for failure.
The English word is also hard for me to say, so I guess this
Okay.
one we're
We're together.
Wait,
Okay, so
what
you
does
just
it
taught
mean?
me O with the dots. I cannot
Ooh.
pronounce it well. So that's all I've learned so far. And hen. So it ends in hen, not chen. So ek hul hen.
I
Yeah.
hören
Hen.
Chen.
Hen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt it.
I
I
Eich,
hören
hen.
hen,
Chen.
Hen.
hen.
Yeah. Eichhörnchen.
Yeah.
Eichhörnchen?
Exactly.
No, I think I messed it up.
Eichhörnchen.
Eichhörnchen. That's really good.
What is it?
It's squirrel.
It's a
Oh,
squirrel.
it's a squirrel.
There's the movie Up. Squirrel. Like, there's no way you're saying that. Like, it's supposed to be like a fast reaction. How fast can you say squirrel in German?
Eichhörnchen.
See, there's no way.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
one
true.
syllable.
Yeah, exactly. It's the syllables. It has too many syllables.
You know? Eichhörnchen. I'm just gonna assume that the dots mean I make it lower and I make my mouth a certain way.
Wait.
Why did I just roll my R? Okay, I have no idea.
It's Rührei.
R-
Rührei.
I?
Rüya.
I.
I.
Is there no second R?
It's in there.
It's in there? Oh.
I kind of separate between the R and the E.
How does that, the U with the dots?
Then what?
Ü.
Ooh. Are you
Ooh.
rolling your R?
Yeah.
Whoa, do you roll R's in German?
It depends. I know some people who don't.
But you do.
I do, yeah.
Can you say it one more time?
Rührei.
See, she still sounds.
I think I don't know, I'm not an expert clearly, but I think her accent is, I don't know where she's from, the German girl, but I think she sounds quite particular to other German speakers that I've heard before. She has a beautiful accent, but I think she sounds quite different from other things other people that I've heard.
But I can't do that.
So Rühr comes from rühren, is to mix something.
Oh, okay.
And then I is egg.
Scrambled eggs.
That's one of the things I really love about German.
They
it's
compose
a
their
very
words.
straight on
Yes.
language. That's hard.
That's the thing. It's really, I mean, it's easy to read, well, easier to read than to actually pronounce it. The pronunciation, it's a disaster. But I think when you actually, I don't know, when you see it written, it's a little bit easier to follow
Those
along.
hard words. German is not that hard actually.
It is. It is.
Okay.
Let's not joke about
CHs
this. It is.
are not CHs. Hey, hey, heim.
So after
She's
the
so confused.
SCH, you stop. And then the E, you can't really hear. So pretend where there's the E, it's cut.
Okay.
What?
Heim.
It's Czechien.
I was close.
And I think that's also a French. Well, I don't think. No, it's not the same. But I think in French, you know, Jean also eats something. It's dog, right? So
I was so close.
similar.
Czechien.
Tschechien.
I'm gonna watch your mouth
Tschechien.
one more time.
Czechien.
Tschechien.
Oh, that's the Czech Republic? Czechien.
Oh, they sound. I get it. Tschechien. Okay, mispronounced that completely. But yeah, I guess I can see why it's the Czech Republic.
Oh, wow.
See, this is what I mean. It's a compound word, and it's kind of okay. You can follow maybe along, but yeah, pronouncing this.
1,
good
2,
luck.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yes,
8, 9,
because
10,
it's several words.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Let me try once.
Okay.
Dreiholstatenhen.
Ah, that was not bad.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I feel like that is a sentence. That is not a
The
word.
beginning was
Is there a period that's supposed to go at the end of the
so you
sentence?
can like first like this.
Stretch. Holzstatelchen.
Oh, yeah, because you're
What
separating
is it
them, right?
actually?
Streichholzschächtelchen.
Is that a word?
I don't think anybody has ever used that word.
But it is a single word.
Yes, it's Streichholz is match and
Streichholz. It's Streichholz. It's Streichholz. Streichholz.
Schachtel is box, and then I don't know why, but there is match, and then Schachtel
Schachtel.
is box,
Schachtel.
and then I don't know why, but they add
pen.
make it more small.
Make it more German.
it's a smaller.
Oh, the small thing.
Yeah, the
small
small
cute thing.
The Schön,
Streichholz
yeah.
Schachtel would be the actual word that people use.
Which is
Schachtel.
still really long. I really feel like that looks like a sentence. Don't ask me to put it together though, because that's different. If we break it apart, that's okay. But if I try to say it together,
It's hard, yes.
okay.
Oh.
What?
That's a good question.
Was that your try?
No, it's
Lufen. She's like, no.
Not bad.
She's so kind. There are people
Yes.
in Germany that are like cringing.
It's hard.
Schlittschuhlaufen.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
There are people in Germany that are like cringing.
Schlittschuhlaufen.
Schlittschuhhausen. No. I said something completely not related to this.
Schlittschuhlaufen.
Schlittschuhafen.
Schlittschuhlaufen.
Schlittschuhlaufen.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was good.
I'm getting better. Schlittschuhlaufen.
Yeah.
Schlittschuhlaufen.
Thanks, guys. Skate. This is what I think German is aggressive and long.
It's not aggressive,
The word
but
is
it's
longer.
long.
To say a single sentence, I feel like it just takes longer to talk.
But it's because like you say skate
word.
is just a word on its own, but
Oh, it's because you're putting things together.
you're putting
Yes.
things together. So shoe is shoe, and then laufen is running, and schlittschuh
Laufen.
are skates.
So
You're
yeah.
putting things together. So
Okay.
actually, it's hard for the pronunciation, but learning new words is really easy because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, oh, this and this.
And then you can easily recognize the other because now you know something means something. It's kind of easier to sort of understand the other words when look at him. If you look at him in other contexts, you'll know. That's I think what it means.
What's this? Cool. Fun till her daddy takes it.
Okay, no, this one's crazy. I have no idea what this means. I have no idea what it could mean. I have no idea how to pronounce this. No.
It's a number.
That's a number?
Oh, it's 1500. 1500. It's like 1550, something like that.
100 sick.
Yeah,
Is it
this
like
really hard.
550?
55.
5?
Yeah.
555.
555.
Fin. It's the fin. Fin. 15.
500.
I'm gonna go back.
555. 500.
500.
500.
500. Fin.
5 und
Und, yeah, it's 500. Fin und
50.
The ending?
50.
50. I guess it is difficult. That is like also difficult. So when you write checks, you have to write like this.
Do people
Who
America
waits? Yes, in the United States, checks are still being used, which I think it's wild. But the rest of the world does not use this.
use checks? I've never seen a check in my life.
Yes.
We don't use that.
Oh.
Yes.
Is that still a thing?
There's like the occasional time that you still have to write a check. You often give checks
That's so fancy.
in cards.
I really.
You've never seen a check? You could get a check for like your job.
Yeah, your paycheck.
Instead of direct.
Your paycheck. But yeah, it's wild. It's crazy. I think the concept of having checks, it's crazy. And I know a lot of countries are just, what? What is that? I've never seen a check. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, because the US is the one that has it backwards.
Transfer, you could get a check.
Stop. Is that legal?
Yes, it is legal.
It's a check. I can't believe that. Well, this was
No, I can't believe the US still uses checks. That's what I can't believe.
maybe if I took some time to like study the alphabet, I would have done better. But I learned a lot from her actually. I know how to make things cute. I'll just go around saying hen. Difficult but enjoyable. Today, I very much attempted to pronounce some very difficult German words. Please be kind in the comments. Let me know what you thought though.
If you liked the video, please press the subscribe button, like, and comment down below. See you next time. Bye. Hello.
Okay, I think she did actually quite good. Considering the fact that she mentioned, I obviously have no idea about, this language. I think it's just crazy how, I don't know, just the German language in general. I think, obviously, again, the pronunciation is just very hard. I think she has, the German girl has a really good point in which, it's not maybe a hard language to learn. If you, again, it is, right? But I can see why from her perspective, although, take it with a grain of salt. Of course, she's going to think it's not hard because she's been, she didn't have to learn how to speak this. She was by osmosis or something, you just sort of learn it. So I get why she would say it's really not that hard just because, the words are long, but they, what they mean, right? And everything's very specific. So you don't have to go around and say, wait, what is that? So it's maybe an easier language to understand than others. Because of that, that particular aspect, I think is really maybe a little bit easier to maybe understand and start forming sentences. Although I am going to say that if you are, when you are, it comes to a point once you actually, you learn the language and then, whatever language it is, because I think this applies to everyone. It's, yeah, sure, you're quite proficient at this. When you start sort of thinking in that particular language, obviously you have to understand it takes you some time, obviously, to actually be, I'm starting to think in that language. I think sometimes what it happens is that when you're trying to put your thoughts into words, because obviously, again, that's how your brain works, it's a little bit, I think sometimes, I've heard of people saying, that you have to make the switch about sort of your brain processes things, and how you would actually say it in that language. If I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly. It's just sort of, again, you have, because each language has a very particular way of expressing, whatever language it is. It is very specific to that language, right? Because that's just how languages work. So once you come around and you're sort of the outlier to that language, and you start thinking in those terms, because you actually have to make the switch, I guess, then it's really, I think you have to sort of switch how you think a little bit. Because if I'm trying to, again, it's okay, so German, and they're compounded words. I think I like the idea of them being just, it's one big word, but I think, like she mentioned, you just split them up, and it's really easy to sort of go and see the thread between, you kind of split here, here, and here, and then you have 3 words, and these are, oh, this means this and this and that. But I think it's easier if you're coming at this, and again, maybe not easier. I think if you're coming from the perspective of, you have something in German, and then you want to read it, or you want to read it out loud. It's okay. I get how it is a little bit easier. But if I attempted to actually start thinking in this language, I think it would be quite hard, just because of the whole, again, what comes as a good asset, I think, when you're reading and when you're trying to understand things, I think it's really hard, probably. Again, I do not know, but I think I would assume that's what happens. Because when you have to make the switch, and how do you express yourself? Because your brain automatically probably wants to, I want to know, I know what I want to say, but how do I say this? Obviously, it's something that happens automatically once you're proficient at something. It just happens. You're not constantly thinking about, what words do I have to use in order for this and for that. No, it just comes out naturally when you're speaking to whatever person or whatever. But I think in this case, just looking at this, I don't know, I think it would be a little bit harder just to make the switch and start thinking. You have to start thinking in German, but it's not just the words that you want to say water. No, for water, this is a word. It's not specifically that. It's just the way how you compose your sentences and how you express certain things. Because I think it's, maybe again, you're coming from English, and probably there are some things that you want to, but I would go around, I don't know, the small matchbox, for instance. I don't know, you would say, I want a small matchbox, whatever. This is the dumbest example ever. But then in German, that's really how you say it, right? Because it's not, the word, this is one thing, and then you have to add the other thing, you have the suffix. So it's a little bit how it gets confusing, and I think that's what makes it hard. I think to when you're actually trying to, I'm trying to communicate myself in German, or again, I think this applies to basically every language, because you have to start thinking in that language, but not just thinking as saying, the words have to come to me. No, it's not necessarily that. It's how you express yourself, and how I think, again, how you're composing, I don't know, the sentences that are coming out of your mouth and that you're trying to think. I think it's just a very interesting sort of the linguistic process. I think it's just very interesting, but it's quite a thing, right? It's quite, oh my God, I don't know. Even though some people have heard that, some Germans believe, I think I've only heard this from Germans, but I don't think I've heard English speakers say, well, no, I think some English speakers do actually also say this, all English speakers that also know German. I think they mentioned, no, it's a little bit easier to learn German if you already speak English. I think it's apparently easier. That's what I've heard before from some people, but I don't know how true it is. It's I can see why the similarities. Again, she mentioned, for instance, shoe is almost the same. Obviously, the pronunciation, it's different. Again, it's really hard to pronunciate. But I think I can see where this is going. I think the words there's something familiar about the language that sometimes, obviously not all the words, the number, it doesn't make, it makes sense because, she meant, I get what you mean, it's 500 and whatever. But it's, it's really hard. It looks like a tongue twister when you see it. But I get it. I get the purpose, right? I get how easy it would be, because it's easier, it's practical in a way, only that if this is the first time that you're listening, you're actually, you're checking this out, this word has like 16 letters, and it's crazy, but it's sort of, no, don't let yourself get intimidated by it, because you have to sort of split them up. But again, it's just kind of maybe, again, that's really unfamiliar. I think the first time that you're sort of, your eyes are seeing something like this. But I think once you actually get the hang of it, it's a little bit easier to sort of maybe parse what they're talking about and what the text actually means. But when it comes to, and this is probably what they mean when they say, oh, it's a little bit easier. I think there are some words, there are a lot of words probably that they are going to be a little bit more familiar to you if you're an English speaker. I don't know and probably for Germans, it's the same. It's probably a little bit easier to learn English just because the words are they sound similar. They're written, well, maybe not always they're written similar, but at least they pronounce it a little bit similar. But I don't know. What I want to know actually, because I think ultimately it's a hard language because it sounds quite intimidating, and not just because she mentioned, it's very strong. Not necessarily about the strongness. It's just it can feel very intimidating to see the 16-letter words or the whole I don't know. There's just so many, the umlaut. There's just so many things and little details that make it quite intimidating. It's what does that mean? But once you get the hang of it, I can see how come. Well, it goes along a little bit easier. But I think that's really what. There's so many things in life which I think that's the case. It looks quite intimidating at first glance, and yes, of course, you have to really put the effort and put in the work. And once you've done this enough times, and if you really go practice, and you practice this, and you really set your mind to this, and you say, yes, I'm going to start practice this. I'm going to learn this, and this is going to take me, I don't know, an hour of my day or a couple of times a week. And then you're going to still just start seeing results. Probably may not seem like that, but I think in a year, if you take the comparison and see where it was a year before, and then you compare yourself to how did I actually advance? Yes, probably, again, you can parse some things in German. You're able to pronounce things a little bit better. So yes, of course, it's really hard at the beginning, but then it gets easier. But you really do have to work at it, which I think is it can feel a little sort of, I'm not motivated at all because it's so hard. And of course, the first few classes are the worst because you feel as if you're not gaining anything. Everything looks, again, my words are not really, it's just a scramble of words and I'm not really understanding anything. So I can see why, that's the hard part, not giving up, because it's really hard at the beginning. And then if you really set your mind to this, I think, you can make some progress. But what I want to know, if Germans believe English is a hard language, because I think most people, let's say 80 or 9% of people, of English speakers, will tell you, yes, German is a hard language, even though we had just talked about, yes, there are easier things, obviously there are harder things, the pronunciation is really hard. But again, ultimately you would go, yes, it is a language that's a little bit harder to speak. However, I want to know if Germans feel the same about English, because I think English is just one of the easiest languages in the world. So I would assume if you already speak German, I don't think this is going to take you, oh my god, this is going to be such a disaster, I have no idea what those words mean. No, I would assume if you speak German, chances are you're going to learn how to speak English in, 6 months or probably less. Because I think it's just very easy, I think, compared to German. Again, maybe I'm totally wrong about this, but I would assume most Germans would tell you it's really easy to learn English. It's really not that hard because, again, they already made it through this A plus difficulty. I don't know. It's just very hard. And then, you're coming from, I think, and English, I think it's just it's an easy language in general. So, it's really, although again, the measure in which I know, how do you measure how hard a language is to learn? It depends on the person, right? It depends on their background, depends on what languages they already know. Or I don't know, some switch in your brain that makes you some people are just really, they easily learn languages. Again, doesn't have anything to do with whatever. It's just, they know how to do this a little bit better. And I don't know, others are maybe, it takes me a little bit more time to be proficient at a language. It doesn't really come easy for me. And I don't know if that's proven, but it's just the same as any other thing, probably, I don't know, maths, for instance. Not everyone's good at math, and it's not necessarily that, again, your background or whatever, is just my brain, does not compute. I think that's also what happens with languages and what can happen with so many other sort of, I don't know, people maybe don't have, they have bad memory for, I don't know, directions, whatever it is. I think, again, it depends on the person, so their perspective is going to change. But I would assume most Germans would tell you, English is quite easy, and especially if you compare it, and the amount of people that say this to the amount of Americans that say, oh, it's really hard to learn German. I think it's going to be a huge discrepancy there, because yes, most people would tell you it's really hard to learn German, but Germans will tell you, no, actually I think it's really easy to learn English. But I don't know, I would have to see if that theory is right. But that's it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.